between me and that is how not lazy I am. Therefore, work ethic is the only answer.
Well, I'm going to counter that with something Bill Gates said. I will always choose a lazy person to do a difficult job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe this is how you've approached life is you naturally lean towards maybe being slightly lazy. So like, how can I gamify life? How can I achieve the most amount I can with the minimal barrier to entry?
I do always try and find the most efficient way of doing something. And I've definitely been through phases previously where I've cut corners.
So are you a high achiever or are you just a high functioning avoider?
High functioning avoider for sure. Like
I think you meant to think about that for a little bit, Will,
no,
but that's fine.
I know, I've thought about this. If there is washing up to do, I will work 16 hours that day. If there's no washing up to do, I'll probably work a little bit because I know it's okay for me to not work. Like if I'm really busy, it's easy for me to justify to my girlfriend why I didn't do the washing up. But if I've done nothing, I can't justify it.
So do you think your work ethic might be unprocessed fear? So not all not all ambition is aspiration. Some of it is fear with a strong resume.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always like you're always running away from the negative. You're always running away from something. I don't think you're ever working purely towards something because no sane person would.
Yeah, are you running towards a dream or running away from a nightmare? I suppose most people's answers, if they really thought about it, is both. You know, yeah, of course I'm running towards a dream. That's what I tell myself I'm running towards. That's what I'm going to tell you I'm running towards because that's a virtue signal, right? I'm going to tell you how great I am because I'm running towards this amazing dream. You're going to validate that dream so I feel heard, so I feel seen, so I feel like my life is worth it. But in reality, this unprocessed trauma is there, and that's what I'm running away from because I don't want to feel this. I don't want to acknowledge it. I don't want to even pretend it's there. So I'm just going to use it as motivation.
Yeah.
So we wear our 80-hour work week like a badge of honor. But psychologists suggest that many high achievers are actually fleeing from a sense of worthlessness. Today we're looking at a hard question, man, which is your drive an asset or a symptom? Will, have you ever noticed that if you have a day of nothing to do, you start to feel anxious or even depressed? And if so, why is doing nothing so scary for you?
Yeah, my gap from anxious and depressed to finding work to do is like seconds. I can't sit and do nothing. I hate it.
I want to take you. I know this is something we're going to talk about, like work ethic and unprocessed fear, and we'll dive into it both. Well, we won't do it as much for you, but we'll do it for Gem Pop. But I want to take you to a psychologist, to a psychiatrist, and get you to be looked at for why, because it's ridiculous sometimes. You can't turn your brain. We were at the gym yesterday doing heavy squats. I had 130 kg lined up. I barely weigh over 60, and I'm there psyching myself up, and you're like, so what can we sell? I'm like, what?
Yeah. No, I'm just locked in on that stuff. Like you can't turn off my brain on that stuff. It's who I am fundamentally. Like I've always known I'm going to be doing something that's going to benefit people around me, and I'm going to be the instigator of it. I'm not going to be the process of the thing.
So let's maybe talk a little bit more general and maybe use your insights as someone that can identify. How can someone that maybe identifies similar to you or is a workaholic or whatever you want to call it, how can they identify if their busyness is a form of emotional anesthetic?
I think just general honesty with yourself. Like, I think if you're working a lot, when you're working is when you're at peace, if you like. Because that's when you know you're doing this, like you don't have to worry about anything else. So it's actually almost a form of meditation in itself, thinking on the thing, like quite often your work becomes quite routine. Like with me editing a video, I can think about anything when I'm editing. I just do it second nature. It's muscle memory, essentially, with the keyboard. Think about things in your life that might be pushing you towards it without dismissing it straight away. So the tendency, for me at least, when I've been doing it is, no, I'm fine. I just love working. It's like, okay, why do you love working? What what aren't you doing right now because you're working? And it might be, I'm not spending time with my friends. I've acted like my friends invited me out this weekend and I said I can't go because I've got too much to do. It's like, do you really have too much to do? Or have you just decided you've got too much to do?